self-serving, persuasive talkers
of everything and nothing.
We are Conversation Con Artists.
What's going on, people? It's your boy, Mr. On Point.
And I'm letting y'all know that spring is coming. For all of you Game of Thrones fans, not winter, spring. And my allergies are saying fuck you. Also known as Calamity Red.
That bitch Spring need to hurry up.
Bitch.
Because, I mean, I go outside and it's warm and I be like, okay, no jacket today. And then I go outside after that and be like, oh, shit. Like the wind is out this bitch like Muhammad Ali. Punching, boy. That chill factor don't fuck around.
And it is gigantic differences. It's 75-33. Like, it's not even like it's a noticeable difference.
My heat was on last night too. I gotta turn the air on when I get home from work until it's real weird, man.
Bullshit. What it is.
We're Conversation Con Artists, back for another wonderful, fantastic episode. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Mr. MISTER_on-point.
And I can be found at red_calamity. Also, we're still doing the listener letter portion of the show. So if you have a question you would like for us to answer on the show, you can send it to our Gmail account, which is conversationconartists@gmail.com, or you can find us on Facebook, Conversation Con Artists, and send it to us that way. And of course, Colin is back with another meat titled, you know what? I want to see how long he's going to be able to do this. Like, I'm just curious how many meat titles he can come up with. I'm curious.
An infinite number.
I want to see.
He's a fucking lawyer.
He is. We'll see.
This man, his job is words.
We'll see. I feel like one day he's just going to give it up, but we'll see when that day comes.
So now you challenged him.
I have challenged him.
And he is a very resilient individual.
I'm challenging
and
you,
he's
Colin.
a lawyer.
Yeah,
so they don't quit. They going to get the results they looking for.
That's a challenge, Colin.
I'm looking for. I mean,
so
okay, you lose, Red.
We don't know yet. We don't know. I might win. Maybe. Anyhow, episode 223, Meet the Press.
Meet the Press.
Did you? All right. What's good, y'all? I'm back with some thoughts and a suggested topic for y'all. Number one, Gayle King. I think folks on both sides have valid complaints and feelings. On one hand, Gayle is known for hard-hitting interviews, and because of that, her initial question was not out of line. My problem with it is when she goes on to editorialize Lisa Leslie's answer, saying to her, well, you would know that. Then why ask the fucking question since you already know everything about Kobe Bryant, Gayle? All in all, our journalists need to do better. It's unfortunate that a black woman has to be the subject of this conversation because it too easily crosses over into criticism for the wrong reasons. But she was wrong for the editorial follow-up. And she was. That follow-up question about question. My thing is, if you ask me to come on an interview because you know that that's like if somebody asked me to come and do an interview on Point. Me and On Point have known each other for like a decade or more at this point. Don't you asking me because of I know him or you feel like I know him. So when I respond to something, don't throw that back on me and be like, well, you wouldn't know. Well, bitch, why am I here? Why you had me come? If I wouldn't know, if you feel like I don't have the answers that you seek, fuck am I here for? Doesn't make sense.
I mean, I just think the problem with it was like how much she asserted. Like, it was presumptuous. Like, it took away her, it invalidated her answer.
Mm-hmm. It did. 100%.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, and I think that the way it was packaged was the problem. Like, I think there's a way to have followed up regarding how, much friends and family members or people may keep from the people that they care about, and how in the dark you can be about some things they got going on. I mean, I think there was a journalistic way to probably address that question. But she did that shit in the wrong way, at the wrong time, with the wrong motherfucking person.
Yeah, she did.
Can't do that shit.
Yeah. Number 2, Red's hair, keep it. Laugh out loud is part of your persona. Calamity Black isn't the same. No worries. I've never liked myself with black hair. And so, and again, I've talked about natural hair Nazis and how they probably be like, she's not natural, her hair is red. Kiss my ass. dye has always been something that I've done. Even when I was in high school and didn't have a perm, I still was dyeing. I just don't like black hair. I feel like it's boring. You look like everybody else. Now, sometimes I do wish I looked like everybody else because there are social situations where I'm like, shit, I hope that person don't see me. And of course they are going to see me because of this fucking hair. I'm not going to be able to commit any crimes or any shit like that because it's, they're going to pick me out of a lineup easily. So, the only downside to it is I can't avoid social situations like I would like to unless I got like a hat on or some shit, which I never wear hats because I have a lot of hair and hats don't look right on my head unless my hair is straight, which rarely happens. So, but no, it's gonna be red. I don't foresee. I feel like maybe when I start graying, I might let it go, just because gray hair is really hard to dye, and so I don't really want to have red, black, and gray hair. So maybe then, but I don't know. I might have to figure out something even then. So,
I mean, I don't even remember what you look like in black hair.
I mean, you've seen me.
How many years you had your red hair since you graduated, right?
Grad school. It's like 7 years.
That's a long time.
It's a very long
I don't
time.
remember.
Yeah, it's been
I
a
saw
long.
the pictures.
Yeah. And I look weird to me in the pictures. Like, it just don't look right. Even when our hair was never black, but even when it was dark, it don't look like me. So, no worries, Colin. I'm not going to change it.
Would you change it to anything other than red?
If I didn't have the job that I have, my hair would be all kinds of colors. Like, I mean, not like a rainbow, but like I would probably do blue hair. I wouldn't do green. I feel like that would be too hard to keep up. I would do different colors, but yeah, purple. If I didn't have the job that I have, but I do. So adult shit, can't do it. Number 3, Dwayne Wade. Can you all discuss this a little more in detail in light of Boosie's comments? Disclosure, I'm on Team Wade for the listeners. I think you have to take everything that Boosie says and put it in a little box and recognize, okay, this bullshit because Boosie said it. If you needed a poster child for toxic masculinity, if you needed to explain to somebody who really couldn't understand the concept of what that terminology means, just show them a Lil Boosie video. Show them any of his videos where he is talking about his approach to life and parenting and any of those things, and they will immediately understand, oh, okay, that's what you mean by toxic masculinity. Boosie's the poster child for that. So him getting on a rant begging Dwayne Wade not to cut his son's dick off is within the realm of bullshit that Boosie would say. If you haven't seen the video, he did this whole rant talking to D Wade.
Okay, I'm gonna do the rant.
Okay.
No, man, I got something on my mind. D Wade, you done gone too far, man. You done gone too far. That is a male. That is a male. Don't call that man no woman. He 12 years old. He don't even know where his next meal coming from at this point, man. Dog, D Wade. He might need to turn 16 and find a woman and fall in love or something, D Wade. Dude, that's a male. D Wade, please don't cut his dick off, man. Don't cut his dick off, D Wade. That's the rant. Essentially.
So many things wrong with that.
The first one is, if a 12-year-old don't know where their next meal coming from, this is the parent's fault. What the fuck are you doing as a parent if a 12-year-old don't know? I mean, okay, no 12-year-old know where the fuck their next meal coming from technically, except for school.
He's D Wade's kid. Okay, plenty of meals, better meals than I get. Okay, my grown ass. So that's not even. I don't even know what the fuck the point was of that part.
It was just a really poor attempt at showcasing a 12-year-old's limitations.
Here's the problem with that. Boosie came under fire, and I wish I could find it. His son, there was I don't know how many years ago this was when he was letting his son he was dancing with strippers, or strippers was dancing on his son. His son was young, he was a child, and people was like, Boosie, the fuck is wrong with you? Boosie saw nothing wrong with that, because in Boosie's mind, this is my son. I want him to fuck bitches. And so even at 9 or 10, strippers are gonna help him fuck bitches. And this is my duty as a dad. This is what I should be doing. And again, it goes back to what I was saying about Boosie being a poster child for toxic masculinity. Like, the idea that all you need to do is have sex with a woman in order for you to want to have sex with women, if that's true, then somebody could go to Boosie and be like, fuck a nigga. You'll never turn back. Never do anything else.
That's not... But see, you speaking to the logic of the situation.
Yes. There
There is no logic involved in this. They have decided that straight is the default. They're not, like, the equivalent isn't, I'm going to tell you right now, Boosie is not saying, oh, when a man is gay, that's a choice. So I could choose to have sex with men if I'd like to, but I don't. I choose to have sex with no. That's not the stream of thought that goes down. The stream of thought is the only thing that exists is straight. And if you gay, it's a problem. And I just don't know how. The problem is that they're trying to contort themselves to that fact.
It was when his son was 14, and this was 2 years ago. So this is the same son that has responded. Let me let you say, what was the son's response? Then I'm gonna go into this, because it's the same kid.
Boosie's son replied to this whole situation by saying, fuck D-Wade and his son. I don't care. He gay. My pop said what he said. Stop sending me that. I bet you won't say it to our face. And he continued, I know this chick that will do some things to D-Wade's son that will make that boy back straight.
So this is the same son, because he's 16 now. So 2 years ago when he was 14, it was his birthday, and Boosie posted a photograph for his birthday. Now, this is a 14-year-old's birthday. The caption for this photograph said, Happy G-Day. Love you, son, with all my heart. Pops. See you tomorrow. Got you a bag and got you a bad bitch to give you some head. You already know how I do it, Tootie. Raw. Now, people got upset about this because he's 14. Boosie, what the fuck? You gonna get him some head for his birthday? He's 14. It's not okay. This is Boosie's response when people got upset. He claimed that he was just clowning. I ain't gonna go get him some head. I ain't gonna bring him nobody to get him no head. But if he want to get some head from a girl, he 14 years old. I'm cool with it. So at 14, it's fine for him to know that he want to get head from a girl. And I mean, he don't know where his next meal coming from, but he can get head from a girl because he's 14. This girl is cool. But this 12-year-old, the contradictions is so dumb. Like, and again, I think you have to take into context that this is fucking Boosie. Boosie's done problematic shit when it comes to his own kids that people found to be disrespectful, concerning. The kid's 14 and you talking about getting him some head for his birthday. So Boosie ain't really nobody that you even, I mean, it's Boosie.
And there are some things that exist that it's on both sides, kids and the parents. There's some things that exist that kids are supposed to be at an age where they do it, and they don't talk about it, and they pretend like they don't do it.
Yes.
And they hide it and they don't acknowledge it. So he's talking about smoking and drinking and stuff. I have some kids that don't understand that concept. I got some kids who do all that stuff and be telling the world they be doing it. And I'm like, listen, you should not do any of these things. But this is an age where I think society know you're doing it and they know you're experimenting and you're supposed to do it in a secretive enough way that nobody can find out that you're doing it. And so when you go around telling everybody, society got to say it's wrong and society got to say you're going to jail.
Yes.
As a kid, juvenile detention. And for some adults, there are things that we know kids are doing and we're supposed to give all our efforts to stop them from doing it or help them figure out how to do it safe if it's something that we can't control. But at the end of the day, you still supposed to, as a parent, say, I don't approve or agree with this thing. That's one of them things.
That's one of those
like,
things.
okay, if a kid is having sex at 14, 15, 16, you're supposed to be giving as much attempt and effort to stop them from having sex as you can as a parent. Because if you condone that message at such a young age while they're growing, then it's going to make them feel like that this is okay and it's normal, and they're going to do it more than they would if you were giving your disapproval of that thing.
With a 14-year-old whose parents ain't okay with that, or a younger kid, like...
And with a 14-year-old's brain and sense of responsibility.
Yep.
You know, if you ain't been teaching your kid about safe sex, then he gonna get somebody pregnant.
I mean, the last sentence of the post said, you know how we do it, raw. So, I mean, it is just so stupid to me. I think at this point, people just really have got to accept that there are humans that exist who don't exist the way that you do. We talked about this on the road trip last week. Homosexuality, alternative lifestyles have been around. If you believe the Bible is the end all be all, it has been around since then. Okay? And motherfuckers been getting punished for it, and it still happens. Sodom and Gomorrah, all every shit got turned into salt and shit. Okay? It has been around forever. So like, I don't understand why this is not something that we can just accept as a part of what it is. Is it for you? Is it your life? Maybe not. But it exists. And pretending that it don't, or pretending that, okay, if you just do this thing, you'll be all good, is dumb at this point. It's dumb at this point in our existence. It's been centuries with gay people and people with alternative lifestyles. Centuries. And we still having this fucking conversation.
And the fact that it's that old means that it's not going to depopulate the black community.
No.
It's not going to stop the black community from growing. I ain't even saying, like I mentioned last week. I mean, people look at the lack of people willing to come out about homosexuality because of the society we had, and they interpret it as that many gay people didn't exist back then.
They 100% did.
But gay people been around for a long time. And to the last point he made about cutting his dick off, this is where the level of ignorance rises to where you don't understand the difference between transgender, transsexual, reassignment surgery, all of that. D-Wade or Gabrielle Union have not in the least at all spoken about a reassignment surgery. And that is a very personal decision. Zaya may not have any desire to do any of that. Like, transgender is just a person acknowledging that the sex that they were biologically born with does not match what the internal gender of them is. It just don't match. And so that have nothing to do with sex. That have nothing to do, I mean, it has something to do with who they're attracted to in the context that when D-Wade said that when Zaya was coming out and talking to them about all of this stuff and was educating them, Zaya told him, I don't think I'm gay. I think I'm straight trans. And so imagine how difficult that is. Imagine liking boys as a boy, but being a boy and liking them as a girl.
Yeah.
Internally. And having to recognize that I like boys, but it's not because I'm a boy that like boys. It's because I feel like I'm a girl. Like, so technically Zaya is straight, but from society's vantage point and biological standpoint, Zaya is gay. So I mean, I don't even want to give that part no credence. Don't, like, if they were talking about reassignment surgery, we definitely got to have a conversation about the appropriateness of that. But they ain't having that conversation. That's just some bullshit ass ignorance that Boosie added in there, which is all that Boosie ever do.
Because Boosie ignorant.
I think we talked about that news report that Boosie was in, and they asked Boosie, was there anything different you would do about your life? He was like, no, I still have all of my same kids. I would have just put them all in the same woman. But the way he said it was, he was like, I would have, and the reporter said, excuse me, and then he did the hand gesture motion of skeeting. He said, I would have skeeted in the same woman, one baby. He was trying to sound like he was into, he was like, I would have skeeted into the one, my baby mother, the first one. And I'm like, man, Boosie.
He ignorant. He just ignorant. Number 4, Red's relationship discussion. Agree with On Point. That man, after 27 years, could still end up leaving for a woman with a big booty instead of big titties. It doesn't matter either way. We just need to make sure we're pursuing relationships that are meaningful and authentic, and be honest enough up front to let people know when they ain't it. Maybe more later. I'm live listening on the flight. Stardew Valley is lit. Good mods on PC too. Colin. Look, listen. I'm going to be upset. It's not about him leaving. And he's talking about, in response to me talking about this man that was married for 27 years last week, who left his wife and has come out as gay and said he knew he was gay from jump. If my husband meets somebody while we're together and he leaves me for this woman, I'm not saying I'm not going to be upset about that. I 100% would. But if at the point that he met her is when for me, the issue is that 27 years ago, you knew this thing existed that was gonna impact both of our lives, and you kept it for 27 years. It isn't the fact that he's leaving. Obviously, my straight husband could leave me for his secretary or some shit, and I'm gonna be upset about that. But it isn't gonna have the same betrayal, I guess, as it would to know that you knew this years ago and just sat on it, and now all of a sudden it's too much for you, or you've decided that you want to live this different life.
It could be anything that they sat on for 27 years.
That's enough for us to have to leave each other at the yes.
Like if you found out, like if his sister at some point told you, man, when y'all first got married, he told me he ain't see himself with you forever. If she told you that 27 years.
No, because I feel like that could change over time. Your sexuality, again, that could have been something that could have been cold feet at the time. It could have been a lot of things. That's not, I'm gay, but I'm going to go through with this marriage. It's still not on that level to me.
But he did choose to be with you.
But the problem with that is if that was the case, we'd still be. But at some point it became too much because now you want to come out and you want to live your life.
You saying that if a man would have told his family member that I ain't going to be with her for the whole duration of our marriage, and 27 years later he leaves you, and then you find out that he said it at the beginning.
Yes, I would be. Yes. Yep. Because if you knew that, then we've done all of this shit and had these kids and all. Why? For what? If you knew that, if you weren't happy, if this wasn't what you wanted, I don't want somebody to be with me that don't want to be with me. I don't give a fuck how long we together or how long you able to muddle through it and no.
So that question helped me tease out if the most problematic part of this was that he was gay, which your response to it indicates that that's not the most problematic part. It's the deception that comes along with all of these years of you believing something,
yes,
and then that belief being fucking shattered,
yes,
at that point.
Yes.
So anything that a man would leave you for 27 years later
that was
he
a
knew
present
about.
in 27 years ago, yes.
Well, what about, so in those two situations with the family member thing, it was intentional to leave you at some point. Where 27 years earlier, it could have been intentional to be with you. Like, even if he knew he was gay, if he went along with that societal shit of, no, I'm going to marry a woman, I don't want to face this life, I'm going to do that.
That's cowardice, though. Like, you using me as an out. I'm still going to be mad. You using me as an out because it's too hard for you to face what it is you actually want to do. So yeah, you're going to put forth the effort and you're going to try because it's easier for you in your mind than to face what society says. My problem is at now where we are here, you've made the decision that you can't do this anymore. That impacts me. I don't have a choice. I'm just going to lose a husband. Our family just finna be fucked. I can't do shit about it. You have all the power and control in this situation. You had the power and control 27 years ago. The likelihood of somebody who for sure knows that they are gay staying in a relationship, a heterosexual relationship, and being happy their whole fucking life I don't think that happens often. I think, and again, this goes back to the conversation about gay people have existed forever. This is some shit that they were doing because they couldn't be out. and forward with it. Like, they were creating whole heterosexual lives that were better presentable to society. The problem with that is that the other person in that relationship is being sincere. The other person in that relationship isn't using it as a buy. I'm not with you because this is easier for me. I'm with you because I want to be with you. You see what I'm saying? It's different to me. And if you just using me as a way out, I'm going to feel a certain type of way about that. Be with me because you want to be with me. Don't be with me because it's easier for you. Don't be with me because society's going to look at you in a better light. It's better for your career. Whatever the fuck. You need to be with me because you want to be with me. Period. Because if it's just because you want to be with me, I feel like we can make the distance.
How much do you believe that gay people, once they come out, retroactively go back and say, I knew from this age that I was gay, or I knew in this whole time I was gay, and it's not? Do you feel like that's always true? Or do you feel like sometimes they may be going back and retroactively applying, I guess, an idealistic perception of themselves?
All I know is he said the day that they got married, he knew he was gay. Those were his words. I can't really say for anybody else.
But ain't no answer to the question for real.
Huh?
Ain't no answer to that question for real.
Yeah.
But like, every gay person goes back and says, I knew from this age that I was gay. They never say, it's never that I discovered it at this point in my life.
Yeah. And I mean, I feel like that may exist. Because here's the thing. I feel like that would be easier to swallow. You know what I'm saying? It would be easier for me if this is something that you just discovered about yourself. But telling me you've known this whole time makes me feel like there was always an expiration date on this relationship. I just didn't know about it. I didn't know the milk was going to go bad. You knew that shit was going to start curdling at some point. I had no idea when the expiration date was, but you did. If this was something that just came up, or is something that you just came to a realization about, I can accept that a lot more than you knowing 27 years ago and just like doing this shit just to do it. Like, it's problematic. I'm sorry. I can't do it.
If I was with a woman and she said, I found out from her siblings or somebody that she said that I'm going to stay with this man for a long time, but I'm going to rob him before I leave him. And she took all her money with me, my money, not all of it, but she took a reasonable amount and just disappeared on me. I'd be mad as hell. I just don't know if she did and gave me everything that I hope to have in 27 years from a relationship, I'd probably be more disappointed that I won't be able to find that thing again if that 27 years was good. I don't think I'll look back and be like, she fucked me over. All of that shit was bullshit. Fuck that bitch. Like,
it was a long term. She played the long game. She already knew she was finna get you for your paper.
Man.
From the jump. And that would be even worse to me because, so you did all of this, help me build this company up, all of this in planning on leaving and taking this shit from me. Like, no, I need somebody to be honest with me up front. That's it. That is it. For me, it is, yeah, it's problematic. It's just fucking problematic. I don't do well with that because I'm gonna go into a situation being honest enough for you. Gonna know everything. You gonna know about my alcoholic ass daddy, okay? Who may or may not approve of you, and who may or may not ruin some of our Christmases when we decide to spend time on with that side of the family.
I guess that's another big problematic part of it, like, because everybody know what done happened at this point. Like, they gonna see your husband out with a man and stuff, and now you got to deal with that.
Yes.
And I'm gonna be at the family reunion. They gonna be like, Eddie, that got his ass robbed by his damn wife. Took all that man's shit. He just sitting over there sad, dumbass. Told us that. Like, we gotta deal with that shit.
Yeah.
That'll be the hardest shit to deal with.
You gotta deal with that as well. Like, yeah.
Told you
Just
about
be
that, woman.
honest. Listen, people, especially now. Now, what was 20? What's 27 years ago? 27 years ago was it 90s? Yeah, like 90 something. He got married in the 90s. It wasn't as open. Things were not as open as they are now. As far as, and they still were, again, gay people have always existed, but it wasn't as acceptable, socially acceptable as it is now. But look, listen, live your truth. Just living your truth, whatever that truth is, just live it.
But I understand you saying that in the context of putting yourself in the shoes of that situation. But you and I both know that telling a homosexual person who is closeted now to live in their truth is much more complex.
It
than
is
just
much
living
more
in their
complex.
truth.
But if you're not ready to live in your truth, you don't need to drag people in. Like, it's not fair to that person because you confused. It's not fair to that person.
It always throw me off when I meet gay dudes with kids, but I think that's just a part of society. Like, I don't know if they were out when they got somebody pregnant or if they got somebody pregnant before they were out. Like, I be wondering that stuff.
I have a coworker. Actually, she was the one that was going to help us with the nonprofit. She had, is it her niece? Her niece has 3 kids by this gay man. Now, when she first introduced him, when they first had the first baby, the whole family was like, that's the daddy? Like, everybody else was like, ooh, girl, I don't know about that. 3 kids later, he living his best gay life. But from the jump, everybody was like, Sheila, what you doing, girl? What's going on? So I don't know. I guess sometimes, I don't know. I'm speaking specifically when you already know that this, I get it's hard to come out. I'm not saying forcing anybody out of the closet. But you do not get to pull other people in there with you.
You know what that is? That's reverse meatism.
What?
Reverse meatism.
What the fuck is that?
It's like reverse racism, except with meat. When you a gay person having sex with a straight person, give them kids.
I'm not gonna do this with you. Don't drag people into the closet with you. That's what I'm saying. Obviously coming out is a hard thing. I have had clients who have struggled with that, and I get that. And I sympathize with that. But me sympathizing with that does not mean that I think it's okay for you to drag other people into your shit. Don't do that. It's not right to me. It's not fair to me because you confused that I gotta suffer later on.
Yeah, intention is the road to hell is paved with good intentions.
It is.
So even if your intention is to be a straight man with a family because society give you too much consequences for being out, if you get that courage up, you finna fuck a lot of lives up.
You are.
But it's a lot of granddaddies out there who wish they had the courage to get that meat, but they didn't. They just got the taco.
I'm not.
What?
I'm not doing this with you. I'm done. That was the end of what I had to say about that. Thank you, Colin.
Appreciate you, man.
All right. Well, if you have a question you would like for us to answer on the show, you can send it to our Gmail account, which is conversationconartist@gmail.com, or you can find us on Facebook, Conversation Con Artist, and send it to us that way. I think we have some viral posts.
We does. Let's see. All right. It's a picture of T.I. and his daughter on the left and a picture of D-Wade and his daughter on the right.
Okay.
We live in a society where one father is crucified for wanting to protect his daughter's virginity and another is praised for allowing his 12-year-old son to become transgender. I hate it here. Hashtag I hate it here.
I hate it here too, bitch. Because first of all, the comparisons that you're trying to draw, it's not the same thing. It's not comparable. T.I. T.I. being disrespectful of his daughter's privacy and her right to her body, 100% different than D-Wade and his wife being supportive Like, that's not the same thing, bitch. What do you mean? People just say stuff when they think it. She probably really thought she made her point too, boy.
You know, what if...
End all, be all.
What if being here is a test? What if, like, God put different types of people here to see how we would interact and react to them?
There's a lot of people flunking the test.
That's what I'm like. What if this is a test? And if everybody is made in God's image, created in God's image, what if God is like, you know what? Now, this will still make God an asshole and sadistic. You know what? I'm going to create some people who going to have long-term suffering throughout their whole life just to see if the ones that I create that are, in quotations, normal, respond to them well. I don't know, man. I just don't. If it ain't bothering you, just shut the fuck up, man. Ain't no agenda. What? Ain't no agenda. I mean, to say that there is an agenda. You know, like schools have agendas.
Yeah.
They have first period, second period, third period, all the way down. That's their agenda. What is the agenda for homosexuality? I need somebody to explain to me what the agenda is.
Told you to ruin the black community by making the men not where they will procreate with the women and therefore ending the black race.
Well, if I'm straight, how does that hurt? How does that impact me?
Because there's less men that are going to have babies with. I don't know. That's
what I'm saying. I need to understand.
I don't know.
You know, people be like, they coming for our boys. They're trying to make our boys gay. Okay, well, why you ain't gay? What saved and or protected you? You weren't raised by a father. What kept you from being gay if it's that easy for society to come for a man and change him gay? You've never had to sit down and have decide that you were straight. You just been straight, never had the problem with that. Yep. So what make you think it's that easy for somebody to come for you and make you gay? Now, I guess maybe there's a conversation to be had about how the open acceptance of homosexuality is making it easier for people who already have that predisposition to come out now earlier versus back in the day. Maybe it's a conversation to be had about why it's more prevalent. But it ain't because the government is putting shit in your food to make you gay. It ain't that. And I just hate that. Like, why can't it be that? Like, because what I think is happening is that gay just exists. It just does. And, you know, instead of people looking at gay existing as its own isolated thing because they're so appalled by it, they got to create a theory as to why gay exists. Because that makes more sense than gay naturally existing. Because the only thing that I care about existing is straight.
And in regards to her saying T.I. was trying to protect his daughter's virginity, that is not his shit to protect. It's not. That's not. And again, it is such a double standard because he is not going to be doing that with his sons. And so it's a whole different conversation. And to put those two situations together to make some kind of comparison is just dumb.
But that's because virginity means nothing. Virginity is nothing. Virginity doesn't exist naturally. The only reason virginity is a thing is because men had to create some measure to know that women are more valuable somehow. For example, in the Middle East, you're expected to marry a virgin. A woman expected to be a virgin when you marry them, period. Mm-hmm. And if a man chooses to leave a woman, she's tainted now. Nobody wants her. Like, that's men saying, this is how we're going to decide somebody's worth for us. You know, but virginity, the first time you get penetrated sexually, that don't have to mean shit.
And why doesn't it mean anything for boys? Men, why don't it mean shit for y'all? Like, when y'all first, nobody gives a fuck.
We created the rules. We created the rules.
You never hear anybody, I'm trying to protect my son's virginity. And it never hit it. You'll never hear that. Oh my God. She just sound dumb. Or he,
It
whoever.
might be a
Was it
he.
a woman?
I
Man.
would like to believe it's a he.
He'd sound dumb.
It's likely a he. Let's go to the next one.
All right.
When I was younger, my mama gave me money to go and pay the power bill. But instead, I bought a raffle ticket for a chance to win a new truck. I told her when I got home and she beat my ass.
Yeah.
But the next morning in the driveway sat a new truck. We all held each other and cried, especially me, because it was the truck from Alabama Power that had turned off the lights. She beat my ass again.
Why would you? Ooh, you should have just ran. What is Scartail Simba? Run far away and never return. You should have did that shit. You went and spent the power bill money.
I doubt it's real.
I know,
It's a
but
good
just
anecdote, though.
in concept, though. Yes, your mama will whoop your ass, and then the power got turned off. And not only her. If I was your sibling, I'd whoop your ass because it's like 30-something degrees.
I mean,
in
it's
Alabama.
several problems in this situation. Okay, so the mama trusted this child enough to give him money, but didn't know well enough that this child may blow the money on some shit like.
It's like Jack and
A
the
raffle?
Beanstalk. You know, Jack parents sent him with the last of their money. I think he was supposed to buy eggs, something. And he came back with them goddamn magic beans.
Of course, that makes more sense to me, though.
Why?
It makes more sense because the magic bean person, I want to say, was a scam artist, but they actually had magic beans. Now, if they won magic
Jack
beans,
didn't know that, though.
but if they won magic beans, it still would have. Well, I guess it's about the same.
It's the same thing because he got a raffle
But a
for
raffle
truck.
ticket is so abstract. Then he can't even drive.
And what they gonna do with the truck and the power still gonna be cut off? You got a new truck, but no lights, no air or heat, depending on the time of year it is. The fuck?
Shit's stupid. Shit really stupid. Next. When the dispensary looks and operates like an Apple store, it's time to release a lot of incarcerated human beings. A lot. JD, my brother, talked to me about the dispensary in California and just how many different types of weeds they have. And, you know, my biggest part with this whole system is that it's white people out here creating new marijuana businesses while it's still black people locked up in jail for low-level marijuana charges. Mm-hmm. It's so problematic to me. And the problem is, if you got a federal sentence, then it likely won't even get commuted if that shit's overturned. Mm-mm. Not federal, state. You will get released if you got federal marijuana convictions. But the Fed don't prosecute marijuana. So most of the people who are in jail over marijuana are in state prison, not federal prison. So I don't know, man. It's just the system is changing and it's problematic. Okay, it's a picture of a fine lady, and the words around it say, "Your husband coworker picks him up for work. What do you do?"
And she's the fine lady?
Yeah.
What you mean what I do?
What do you do?
I don't do shit. He going to work.
Is that like a surprise? It's a surprise to you. You don't know why this is happening. He got a ride. He got a vehicle.
Oh, wait. If he got a car and she coming to pick him up, this a problem. What the fuck is she coming to pick you up for? Now, we got one car and somebody needed the carpool today and she happened to be the bitch that come to get him for the carpool, cool. But if we both got cars, what she come get you for? You got a whole car out there.
How do you handle that?
You got a whole car out there. Thank you, ma'am. He won't need a ride. He'll see you at work.
So you stopping him before he get in the car. This ain't a when you get back conversation we having.
No, you ain't finna leave out the house. No. We finna discuss this now. Cause you got a whole car. Fuck she coming to get you for? No, go drive your car and I will see you when you get home.
Okay. Be the difference you want to see. Ask a white woman if her hair is real today. Hashtag Happy Black History Month. Is your hair real? Looks like a dog's hair. So thin. Let me touch it.
Oh my God. It is so annoying when they do that shit. And when my hair looks like this, y'all can't see my hair, but It's
It looks like a fern, a red fern.
Where the red
now.
fern grows. Did you read that book in elementary
Yes.
school?
I don't know what it was about.
The dog.
I don't remember what any of the books I read was about.
The dog got killed.
Except for Hatchet.
The
and
dog
the
got
Outsiders.
killed and where they buried him at a red fern grew. Anyhow, because he was trying to protect the. I don't know. Anyway, it's bushy. It's big. It looked like people buy wigs that look like this, and I get that. I do. However, you don't go if it is a wig. Now what? You done came up to me and asked me if this is my real hair, and I say no. Now what? Now what? It's awkward. Don't do that. Oh, and definitely don't ask me to fucking put. I don't know you. I don't want people that I know hands in my head, let alone a random stranger. Same thing with your fucking kids. I don't like sitting in booths at restaurants where there are children because y'all don't watch your kids. And so now I got little Timmy putting his hand in my head doing this shit. And you're, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Timmy, stop. You better get Timmy. Please get Timmy.
I will break a child's fingers.
The fuck out of here with this. Oh my God. Yeah.
Don't break a child's fingers.
Don't break a child's fingers. But also,
assault on a minor.
Don't put your hands in people's head and don't ask people if it's their real hair. White people. But it would be funny to see somebody do this on a white person. I would like to see that. Just because it's been done to me so many times. I just like to see it. See their reaction. See how they respond.
All right. You're not going to like this one.
Oh, fuck.
The last object you held in your hand is your new sex toy.
My phone?
Okay, well.
That was the last thing I had in my hand.
Put it on vibrate.
Oh my God, why? Is
Send a
this
text message for somebody to call you. Don't answer.
Anybody who looks at that is probably gonna be their phone because
Of
you got your
course.
phone in your hand.
Clearly.
Okay.
Your favorite character from the last TV show movie you watched is your new spouse.
I haven't. I haven't watched any TV because I've been playing a game that I'm gonna talk about later.
Favorite character?
Or favorite character? From TV show?
Maybe.
I don't watch a lot of.
Man, I ain't been watching number documentaries.
Me too.
I started the Malcolm X documentary.
I'm trying to think the last fictional thing. I don't even know that I
can't think of
watched.
shit either.
I don't really watch shows like that. So
We'll skip that one. If y'all listening and y'all want to answer that, go for it. The last thing you ate is now the only thing you're not allergic to.
I had breakfast food. I'll be okay with that.
You'll be okay if you didn't have breakfast no more?
Oh, no, it says the only thing you're not allergic to, so I would have to eat just breakfast food.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, mine was cake.
So you would just have to eat cake all the time.
guess
You'll
so.
have the diabetes, the
I'm
sugars.
going to die
You're going to die.
quickly.
I had the sugars.
This is fill in the blank.
Oh, fuck.
All I need in life is a comfy bed, shoes on my feet, and a big-ass bowl of blank.
A bowl of what I eat out of a bowl? I don't really eat cereal anymore.
What happened to cereal?
So I went with Cole Jackson to Farm Bowl where they do this. It's like blended fruit with granola.
Mm-hmm.
I started making that myself, so that's what I eat in place of cereal now.
Oh.
So that, I guess.
I got some granola you can have.
Okay.
Okay.
What kind of granola? It ain't got chocolate in it, do it?
No.
Okay.
One of them got white chocolate, but white chocolate ain't really chocolate. So
I know we've had that conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that would be it because I haven't been eating cereal. What about you? And bowls usually just go with cereal to me. I can't even think of nothing else I put in a bowl.
ice cream, man. Fuck it.
I can't eat ice cream.
Goddamn vanilla, bluebell vanilla.
Can't have ice cream.
Or cookies and cream. Or buttered pecan. I like them. No one would ever notice just by looking at me, but I get turned on whenever blank. Is it something that men do that turn you on? Like,
I can't remember.
God damn.
I don't know.
I mean, is it just a certain look that they have? Or they have to be like swag-tastic?
No.
Like how they walk?
Confidence. Like a confident dude. Yeah. I guess. I don't remember.
No one would ever notice by looking at me. The first part of this don't make sense though.
Well, if you're turned on by something weird.
Oh. I can't think of anything either.
Like people with foot fetishes.
I got these posts and ain't got no answers. But I get turned on whenever I don't got no weird. Whenever a girl is proportionate. Hell. At the end of the day, all I want in life is to come home to a house full of blank.
Money?
Money? Scrooge McDuck looking ass. You got your money in your house instead of your bank for? You gonna dive in it? Like
No.
Trey Songz?
No, but
I'm about to dive in
if
it.
I have a house full of money, then I have a lot of money. So that's why I said money. I can't think of nothing else because I ain't gonna say dogs because I got two and I'm ready to get rid of one of their asses. Not children. House full of silence. I don't know.
But shit, if we going abstract, then I say happiness. Goddamn, fuck it.
Yeah.
I just want to be happy, man. I don't have to worry about
I
shit.
just want to be.
America don't make that easy. Last one. Won't bother you again, in quotations. Dash, a nigga in a relationship who shouldn't have been bothering you in the first place.
Yes. Yes, 100%. Like, my nigga, okay. But you're bothering me and telling me that you're not going to bother me. So just don't. Stop talking.
Leave me alone.
Leave me alone.
All right. That's it for Viral Posts.
All right. Well, I got Darksiders Genesis. Darksiders is one of my favorite games. I love the first one. I love the second one. I vehemently hated the third because and she's the only female of the Horsemen, and they just fucked her game all up. So this one is, I don't think it's not 4. It's because it's a different take on it. It's a mix between Darksiders and Diablo is the best way that I can describe it. I haven't finished playing it. I finish games if I like them, and I like this one, so I will finish it. But there's dungeons. That part of it, the dungeon part, reminds you of Diablo, and the way that the map looks, where it's your character's really small, and you know. Which is different from how Darksiders usually is like a regular like interact with the environment.
First person or third person?
Mm-hmm. This one, not so much, but the gameplay is so much better than the third one. The thing that's probably gonna frustrate people, I kind of like this, but I don't know if anybody else will like this. They do have a map. So for every one of the dungeons that you play through, there's a map, but it doesn't show where you are on the map. It shows you where all of like the extra things that you can get are on the map, but you have to figure out where you are on the map. So you have to find like a landmark. And so I like that. It makes it a little bit more challenging just being able to see on the map where you need to go get shit at. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to kind of get yourself acclimated to where you are. But so far, I really like it. You switch between 2 characters. They have co-op, so like you can play online with another person, and you can play local with another person. But it's a cool game. Like it is redeeming itself, because I was upset about 3. Because I was so excited, because I was like, oh, it's Fury, it's the girl, it's going to be amazing. Nope. This one has strife and war. Because it's strife, war, fury, and death are the 4 horsemen. So this is the first time we're seeing strife in play. Because the first one was about war, the second one was death, third one was fury, and so now this one is, like I said, I hope that strife gets his own game. I would like for there to be a 4 and for them to take heed with what they've done this time and just disregard everything they did for 3.
Mm-hmm.
It's fucking terrible. But it's supposed to take about 15 hours to beat it. But of course, I got, shit to do, so I don't have 15 hours to sit and dedicate to. So I play when I can. But if you play Darksiders, it has Volgrim is still a part of it, where he, you have a store, you go buy stuff from him with the souls and stuff. I mean, it's familiar in that it's Darksiders, but it's set up like Diablo, which I love Diablo and Darksiders. So for me, this was a perfect mix.
I got you. That's what's up.
Much better.
Knew it was gonna be decent.
Much better than 3. 3 sucked balls. I played through 3 and I beat it to get my money's worth, and I haven't looked at it since. For 1 and 2, I played through a couple of times because you can go back and try to get stuff. 3, I didn't give a fuck. Give a fuck about powering her up or nothing. I just was ready to be done with it. So that's what I'm playing now until I beat it and find something else.
Apex and PUBG. That's it.
Oh, it has replay value because once you finish the stories and chapters, you can go back. And so the stuff you weren't able to find, or maybe that you didn't have access to because you didn't have a particular power, so it has replay value.
Gotcha.
So yeah, Darksiders Genesis. If you're into that kind of game, then you should get it, and it's cheap, $39. Yeah, it's like $40 instead of the $60. It's $39.99 instead of $59.99 that games usually are.
Mm-hmm.
So I like that too.
That's good. You can go to your first story.
That was my first story.
No, that's just information about yourself. That ain't no story.
Let's see. What do I want to start with? Okay. So I watch a bunch of ID channel. Everybody knows this by now. And the thing that's always crazy to me about ID channel is that I'm watching this after all this craziness has happened, right? Right. And you always think about like, man, that's so weird and that's so crazy that this is happening. There is a story that is going on right now that I guarantee you in a few years is going to be on ID channel. Have you heard about Lori Vallow? All right. Lori Vallow is a woman who her and her husband are both jailed now because these are her kids from a previous, one of them is adopted. She had a 7-year-old son with special needs that was adopted and a 17-year-old daughter. The kids are missing. And the husband and her won't tell where the kids are. Here's the fucked up part to this. They are part of this cult. What is this cult called? It's like the People's Choice. It's like one of those doomsday prepper type group. Let me see. I gotta tell you the name of the cult because I think it's gonna be important. What's the name of this freaking cult? It's like the People something. And they've like I went to the website of the cult because I just wanted to see what was on there. And they have tried to separate themselves from it by putting this whole big ass letter about how they don't have anything to do with this and that they don't want to be judged based off of what's happening with this family. But here's what's crazy about this, okay? Her husband's last name is Daybell. Her last name is Vallow. Okay. Her brother killed her first husband. And then the brother mysteriously died. The husband's wife mysteriously died. And then within a week or so, he got together with this lady. Once they got together, they are part of this cult. And people were asking about these kids because they hadn't seen the kids. And they were giving all of these excuses. And so finally, they decided that they were going to try to move to Hawaii. And they were looking for somewhere to live in Hawaii when the police finally caught up with them and demanded to know where the kids are. Neither one of them.
I heard about this story.
And I hope that the kids aren't dead, but the investigation discovery in me says that chances ain't good for them.
Yeah, them kids gone.
But it's just, so I wanted to bring this up just because I wanted to talk about, I don't understand how people get involved in cults. Like and I know that they don't come with the crazy shit right off, right? I know they don't come and say, you know, we're all going to drink this Kool-Aid with cyanide in it so that we can get on this star. Like, I know they don't do that, but it's like, I just don't understand. I don't understand. Because she apparently, she seemed normal, relatively normal, till she got with this new man. And so now they're reinvestigating the death of her husband, and then the mysterious death of her brother, and the mysterious death of this man, her new husband's wife, because they had declared her to be natural causes, but he wouldn't let them do an autopsy on her. And so after all of this came out, now they've changed it from natural to suspicious. I don't understand.
People are crazy.
He apparently, the man was like an author who wrote all these apocalypse, end of the world kind of stories. And so she was reading the stories and liked the stories, and like that's how they got together, is because I don't know. But they're part of the Mormon Church of Latter-day Saints, the LDS. The little cult that they have is like I guess an offshoot of it. I don't know. Damn, why can I find the name of this freaking cult? It's like the people is in it. I just can't find the freaking name. But if you haven't followed this, it's just a lot. And it's just crazy. Like preparing a people, that's what it's called.
Preparing a people.
Preparing a people.
PAP.
Oh God, that's terrible. So he prophesied the death of his first wife before it happened, which to me is just intense. So let me tell you about the cult. According to the website, its mission is to prepare the people of this earth for the second coming of Jesus Christ. Now, if you go to Preparing a People website, they've taken everything off the website except for this long ass explanation about how they have nothing to do with these missing kids. They have nothing to do with these two people. It's insanity. It's insane. And the kids have been missing since like fucking September. Nobody's seen them since September of last year. And now both of them have been arrested for it. And
well, that's what they get.
Yeah, but it's just so weird. It don't even, like I said, sometimes when I'm watching, and you don't watch our D channel, so you don't have this, but you'll watch it and it's such a crazy story that it's like, what the fuck? You know, but it's after the fact. This I'm seeing unfold as it happens. But this is going to totally be on ID channel one day. Because it's ID channel worthy. 100%. All these mysterious deaths and shit. Now the kids missing. They part of a cult and shit. Like.
Oh, that's a bad recipe.
It's all a bad, terrible recipe. Jesus. But yeah.
So, Erykah Badu released the scent of her vagina named Badu Puz. I think that's what it's called. Hold on, let me. Badussy, I guess.
She did not name it Badussy. Do you know what that is?
Yeah. What? I'm not supposed to know what it is?
I mean, I don't know if everybody knows what it is.
How did you find out what it was?
I don't know. I don't remember. Gay people from some gay people, but I don't know.
It was a dude on the No Limit album who had a song titled Badussy.
What? We must not be talking about the same definition of that word.
Yeah, what is...
Badussy is boy pussy.
Oh, no.
It's like, oh no. That's not
The
a
way
good
he
name.
said it was booty, dick, and pussy together. The smell of it. That's what sex, basically. Okay, it smells like sex. That's what Badussy is.
It's terrible. Well, the definition that I heard is,
It sold out in minutes.
of course it did, because people are doing, why? Who bought it? I want to know if it was men or women. Because, like, who wants to walk around smelling like a vagina? It's not like it's...
Apparently the fragrance has like she cut her drawers up in little pieces and she burnt them, and they supposed to have the ash in it too and some shit.
Why?
I don't know. What do you think?
I don't fucking know.
Erykah Badu is crazy. That's why. And she
People
make
feeding
men
into
crazy.
it though. Shit.
Why not?
I guess. McDonald's is gonna sell candles that smell like Quarter Pounder ingredients.
Really? Onions and pickles and ketchup and mustard.
Oh my.
Nothing with that shit.
That's right. They'll be offering ketchup, onions, pickles, cheese, sesame seed bun, and of course 100% beef scented candles.
How you gonna have 100% beef scented candles? That don't make sense to me.
Listen, I mean, y'all know I'm weird, and I, you know, it's fine. I'm weird, and I'm okay with that. I don't like the scent of food when I'm not eating it. Like, I don't like lingering scents of food. Like, if I cook, the food smell fine. When I'm eating it, fine. After I'm done eating, I don't want to still smell, my house to smell like fish or chicken or whatever it is that I cook. I don't like food smells when I'm not hungry. So burning candles, first of all, who the fuck want to have a house that smell like pickles? Why? And I like pickles. I don't smell them though. This is weird. Like,
Well, a few weeks ago, Erykah Badu wanted to release a vagina perfume that smelled like her own after another woman did it. She stated that since people always say her vagina ruins men's lives, keeps men locked on her and lets her control them, maybe a perfume that smelled like her vagina would do well. What if this was like a love potion?
I'm not going to be spraying charred bits of panty juice from Erykah Badu on my body.
It
So
might
if
smell good though.
if it's a love potion, I won't have it. I'm cool. I like the scents that I
You
wear.
ain't, if it's like Rick and Morty, you won't have to.
What do you mean?
Rick potion number 9. Rick and Morty got that.
Everybody was
love
following it,
potion,
yeah.
and everybody was sick, so everybody got it in the world, and they had to do.
I hope that's not the case.
Had to Cronenberg the world.
Hope it's not the case. I have no desire for that. It just all sounds fucking weird to me. That's like somebody making a dick cologne. Oh, you want to walk around smelling like a dick?
Sweaty balls.
Like who? Why? For what? It's not. That's one of those scents that, you know, is cool at the time. I don't think it's something you want to like walk around smelling like all the time. Like, I don't understand. I don't get it. I don't get it.
People do what they want to do. And
People
sometimes
do what they want to
is trash.
do. Yeah. Sticking with food, KFC is going nationwide with a new chicken sandwich that has the donut buns.
Okay.
That just...
This ain't how you compete with Popeyes. This ain't how you do it.
There... Is it going to be... I was trying to see if it was going to be like Krispy Kreme donuts, but no. It's just a chicken sandwich with they haven't... It's not usually done with chicken. It's usually done with like hamburgers, isn't it? And like fairs. That's like fair food.
Yeah.
Which I've never eaten that either because it just sound... Because don't you still have all the condiments and shit on the burger?
I don't know. It's just sweet bread. I guess you would look at it like that.
I'm against it. I'm against sweet bread. So, no. It sounds gross. It looks gross too. Like they have these fried chicken pieces between two... It looks like what you think it would look like.
Yeah. Chicken between donuts.
No. It just sounds gross. I can't do it. That and this goes in with this. Supreme, the brand, partner with Oreo. And they're Supreme Oreos. And people just spend money on whatever the fuck. It's a cookie that you eat. Why would you pay more? Because it's got Supreme written on it. And I'm not really a labels type of bitch, to be honest with you. I don't really understand paying all of this money to wear somebody's name on, but whatever. Even with that being said, at least with a clothing item, I could see the reuse value out of that. Once you eat a cookie, that shit is gone.
Yeah.
Oh. So the cookies were listed. Was this on eBay? $2,600. 36 bidders. For a same goddamn cookie you could go to Walmart right now and buy off the cookie aisle as an Oreo. What? It's dumb.
People buy it.
I don't get labels. I don't understand it. I feel like if I became rich tomorrow and had all the expense, I still wouldn't do it. I would still have Chucks and Vans and shit. Like I don't get it. I don't get it. It just seems like a waste of money to me. And I get that some, higher quality, but like some of this stuff, I don't even think it's about the quality of the material. It's the name that's on it. Because I feel like it's not going to wear any different than other shit that you get. It's just because you got this nigga's name on you. I don't understand. It makes sense to me.
A lot of shit don't make sense out in these streets.
True.
Man beats wife mercilessly after DNA test proved he's not biological father of her 3 kids.
3 kids?
3 kids.
Shit.
Nigerian. The man is based in Canada and returned to his country, Nigeria, to fly his family to join him in Canada.
Whew, that's a tough one.
I know, right?
3, it wasn't even 1. It ain't this baby that you like, he don't kind of look like me. Let's get it. 3 kids in, and none of them are his. Oh, I would have wanted to beat her ass too. Now, would I have beat her ass? I don't know. I can't say no. I wouldn't have, for sure. I don't know. 3 kids? God damn. That is back to the deception thing that I was talking about earlier in the show. You not only did this one time and kept it from him, but because you got away with it, you do it 2 more times, and you never thought that this was going to come to light. And do the kids even have the same daddy? Is it 3 different men, kids that I've been taking care of? Or is it just one other man's kid? Like, the level of deception in that. She ain't shit for that. Like,
man, she ain't shit because she had sex with somebody while she was married and let them shoot the club up. Keep it wee beat.
multiple. Listen, if it had been one child, it's still fucked up. But you could be like, oh, mistakes were made, I guess. But like 3 kids, 3 whole goddamn kids that are not your husband's kids. That's a lot of fucking other people, ma'am. Raw. That's not. Oh, Jesus. I feel like that's worse than the husband in the 27 years of him coming out as gay.
Oh, damn.
I do. Because it's you have built bonds with these children that you thought were yours. And yes, it doesn't mean that the time you've spent with that child doesn't matter. Yes, it doesn't mean that the bond that you built with that child doesn't matter. It don't mean those things, but that has to hurt deeply. Jesus.
Of course.
Christ. And that puts him in a position now, one, she can decide she's not going to let him have any access to these kids because they're not biologically his. She can fuck him up and he can not have a relationship even if he wants to. And if he wants to, he got to go back and forth with himself and not take it out on the kids because they ain't had nothing to do with this, but be able to accept that he did not father any of these children. He ain't got no biological kids. Fuck. I feel like this is worse than the 27 years. That's fucked up.
Very well, maybe.
God
It's depending on how old they are. They 2, 3, and 4, then that ain't a lot of time.
That's worse, especially if they got different daddy close together. God damn, bitch, you just started doing whatever with whoever.
Just out here.
Just out here. Christ, that's awful. Oh, that made me really sad for him. And he going to jail because he whooped her ass. Jesus.
Yeah, he getting the consequences.
Did you say he beat her severely? Did you say?
The article say mercilessly.
Mercilessly. He said she wasn't showing him no mercy when she was doing this shit. Again, I'm not condoning domestic violence. I'm just saying I get the anger.
One of Phil Mob's songs talking about OJ. And he said, I ain't saying he should have killed her, but I understand. So it's kind of like, I understand.
I get it.
But I don't condone it.
I don't condone it. He shouldn't have did it. But I get it. Because, goddamn. Whew.
Yeah.
Scandalous skeezers. An Iowa woman claims a man kidnapped her and forced her to watch Roots to understand her racism.
Damn. That ain't how you do it.
It's
man.
not. You think she don't know slavery? Okay, wait. Let me not. This was in Cedar Rapids. Robert,
What is it?
Iowa.
Okay.
Robert Lee Noy, 52, allegedly forced the woman to sit with him at a residence and watch the 9-hour miniseries that chronicles Arthur Alex Haley's family line, beginning with the capture and enslavement of his ancestor Kunta Kinte. Noye allegedly made her watch the series so she could better understand her racism. Listen. And this is my problem with black struggle movies. These are not things that white people don't know. You think they don't know racism happened? Or not racism. You think they don't know slavery happened and the slaves were beat? You think that they don't know that, black people had to drink out of different faucets and shit? Like, they know all of that. Making her sit there and watch that is not going to do anything for her fucking racism. She's going to leave that and be like, this big black man made me. Well, she's going to probably be more racist now. And feel more justified in that racism because she was assaulted by a black man. Not helpful. Not helpful at all. Not the way you do it.
Yeah, can't fight racism one by one. We are trying to figure out the best way to actually have this conversation.
I ain't about to sit down and watch Roots for 9 straight hours. I'm black.
Well, if you got a goddamn gun at your head or whatever he did.
I'd probably be asleep. He'd be mad at me.
Probably stole her drugs. You get them back if you watch these 9 hours.
Like, what? That's not the way. It's just not the way. That's not how it's gonna happen. And that's, again, why I hate when movies like Precious wins Oscars and shit. Because it's like, I feel like this is what white people really think that our lives are like, and it's not. It's not. Our day-to-day is not Precious. If you've not seen Precious, don't do this to yourself.
Or don't see For Color Girls.
And don't see For Color Girls. Both of those movies will make you want to go to the top of the highest building near you and just jump the fuck off. It is the most depressing shit. When I tell you Precious' life from start to the end of that movie was nothing but a goddamn tragedy. It covered every negative stereotype of the African American existence. You have deep-rooted childhood sexual abuse by family members. You have learning disabilities. You have obesity. You have abusive, overbearing black mother. Like, you literally, it's just everything that I think, all the negative shit that people think associated with being black in one movie. That's what Precious is. Oh God, it's the worst. So I don't know what he thought he was going to accomplish by having her to watch Roots. Like, she was going to say, you know what? I've been so wrong. Your people have been through so much. And I apologize. Like, is that what he thought was going to happen?
I guess so. I mean, what's the best option?
That would have been the best outcome. The worst outcome is what's going to happen, which is he finna get locked the fuck up for kidnapping. That's the worst. The worst is about to happen. But the best possible outcome could have been that. And how do you even know that she trying to get out and get on, live? I'm going to say whatever I need to say. Okay? Tell you whatever it is you need to hear so you will let me the fuck go. That is not actually changing her mind about any racist ideas that she may have. Sir.
You got to change the races from the bedroom.
What?
Yeah, find a little cuckold custom couple. Make sure they want a nice little black boy in there. And let them watch.
I'm not doing this. Go on with your next story. I'm not even feeding into this.
You should.
I'm not going to.
Lonnie Johnson, Super Soaker creator, awarded $72 million from Hasbro.
Why?
Because, just like most things in America, a black man came up with the idea for the Super Soaker.
Mm-hmm.
He been in legislation for a long time for them to finally say that it was his idea, I guess, and then they awarded him money for it.
Residuals.
Yeah, they made
Good
a lot of money off of Super Soaker.
Hell yeah!
White people done made a lot of money off of black people's ideas when it was, or black people weren't in positions to give them.
Wow. At least he got his residuals and his family gonna be sitting pretty.
Mm-hmm.
So we talked about Boosie at the beginning of the show. And of course, let me tell you something. Listen. So, and again, we've had this conversation about freedom of speech. You can say whatever the fuck it is you want to say. 100%. Totally can. Long as you prepared to take them consequences for whatever the fuck it is that you said. People are free to respond just like you free to say. So, of course, Boosie said all of this shit about Zaya. Okay? Pleading with D-Wade not to cut the dick off and all of this shit. And he claims that he was prevented from working out at a Planet Fitness location because of those comments. This is what he said. Manager who was gay refused to let me in Planet Fitness because of my past actions on social media about gender, etc. Do not support Planet Fitness. What the fuck is this? They blank out stuff. Something, they racist, they have roaches, and they shower water don't get hot. Get out your feelings, little bitch. Hashtag roach fitness a bunch of times. They got roaches. Bitch, you want a gay child, but don't nobody want to have a baby for your sissy ass. Now you mad. So here's the problem, sir. Them having roaches wasn't enough of a reason for you to not go before they kicked you out. People kill me when they do that shit. Like, you are all in until you, like, now somebody's telling you, okay, now it's this is the same shit when a nigga come up to you and try to talk to you and you decline him, no matter how nicely, and he still be like, well, fuck you then, bitch. You ain't cute anyway. And why you come over here bothering my ugly ass? Why'd you walk over here? Now it's changed because you didn't get what you want. Now they got roaches and shit. They water don't get hot. None of those are reasons for you to stop going to Planet Fitness. But now that they want to let you in because of some transphobic shit you said, oh, now boycott Planet Fitness. Boosie, sit your ass down somewhere. What? The roaches should have been enough of a reason, sir. Shouldn't have still been going there after you saw the roaches. Makes me not believe there's roaches. Sorry.
Yeah. He's definitely problematic.
It's dumb. Boosie ain't shit. He ain't never gonna be shit. Like, he one of those people where I just think that this is so ingrained in him at this point that it's just, he just one of them people. He that uncle that be at the picnic where everybody just be like, you know, that's Uncle Rufus. Just let him be over there. You know, he out of his mind. It's all right. That's Boosie. Fuck him.
He's crazy.
He's very crazy.
Anyway, that being said, we're going to have a short show today. Not a lot happened this week. Don't got a lot of material. So
we don't.
Next week, I'm going to try to get into politics.
Yeah.
We need to start having a conversation about some of these candidates.
All right.
But you got anything else on your mind?
Don't get a dog. About to go pick up mine. He cost me $200.
That's what happened. We choose to take care of another creature.
I know. And I'm going to pay it because I love his little ass. Badass.
Okay.
All right.
You got anything else on your mind now?
No.
All right. Well, until we kind of next conversation.
We out.
Holla.